Quiet on set. Brittany, you are on in 3, 2, 1.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you sure? You look really ridiculous sitting on that yoga ball.
Don't tell people that.
Your legs are wide open, your shorts are riding up, and
What?
you look like dodgeball.
No. If you can dodge a ball, you can dodge a wrench.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Don't make me laugh.
Why not? I'm looking at you through the camera.
You're making faces in the background. I can.
I imagine my testicle was like this big.
Ew, gross. Okay, we're never gonna get this video done.
That's my boss.
Exactly, I can see it, Dad.
Dad showing up at your spelling bee with his testicles out and shit. Dad.
What's up, everyone? Paige Hathaway here. And today, okay, first off, let me tell you that I know I've been slacking on my YouTube videos, but me and Lambert, we made a pinky promise to do. We made a pact.
Yeah,
we made
like 5 minutes ago.
We made a pact to do more videos. I thought it would be good to start out with a question that I get asked a lot, and that is, how do you become a successful fitness model? I kind of wanted to tell you how I became a successful fitness model. I don't want to call myself successful, but a successful fitness model. And I want to tell you that if I could do it, you could do it. So I wanted to share with you my story and then also give you pointers of how I think you could be a successful fitness model. I don't know if you guys know, but I'm from Oklahoma. I was going to school, I was working a few jobs, and I got approached by a guy who had opened a gym recently. Well, this was back in 2012. And he, kind of persuaded me to do fitness competitions. He thought that I would do really well at it. At this time, I had played sports back in high school. I got out of playing sports and I was just working, going to school. And so I wasn't working out. I was the type of girl who I did cardio in the fitness classes. So, I was pretty skinny. I was about 100 pounds. I'm 130 now. I trained for my first show for 4 months. I completely fell in love with fitness. I fell in love with working out. I fell in love with being able to not only change my body, but it helped me change my mindset and the way of thinking. I think training for a fitness show, it really changes you. It made me really depend on myself to find the strength to not only get through my prep, but it also taught me a lot about myself. Like, I really had to spend a lot of time alone because not a lot of your friends really understand what you're doing. I spent a lot of time alone and at the gym, so I really found a lot of myself through my first competition of prep. So I prepped for my first show. I did the Ronnie Coleman in Dallas, Texas, and I got second place. From there, I was on a high. If you could only imagine doing your first show and placing second place in the biggest stage show in the United States, I was on cloud 9. I found my passion. I loved what I was doing. This was it. This is what I wanted to do. I didn't want to go to college anymore. I wanted to pursue this new, dream of mine, this new passion that I had. I was like, you know what? Let's jump right into another show. I spent hours in the gym every day. I would go 2 a day, and I was doing cardio. I was just loving what I was doing. I was seeing definition in my body. I was changing the way I looked. This became my obsession. Through this, I knew that I wanted to pursue something in fitness. At this time, I started personal training. I got certified that way. I started personal training in Oklahoma. And then I was like, you know what? I loved being on camera. I loved doing photo shoots. I really want to become a fitness model. But how in the world was I going to do that living in Oklahoma? So I thought competing was a great way. Competing was a great way to go in the direction of pursuing my dreams. A lot of girls that I looked up to did fitness competitions. Chatty Dunmore, who's actually a friend of mine now, she did the WBFF, so fitness competition. Just a lot of girls that I that I really admired and had done so great in the fitness world. So I thought, competing was the way to go. I did my second show shortly after I did my first show, and I had gotten pretty shredded for it. Through doing 2-a-days and cardio and eating a lot of chicken and broccoli and rice. I did my second show and I nearly got last place. From there, I was like completely devastated. And you know what? I'm not a quitter. So, we're not always gonna win. So I did my third show shortly after that, and I did terrible. The judges told me I was too muscular. They, said my arms and my shoulders and my back were just too big. Maybe physique is something that I wanted to possibly look into. I went back to my house and I was very discouraged. And what a lot of people do in this instance is they say, you know what, this isn't for me. And so I'm gonna just, this isn't my calling. I tried and it didn't work out. To me, I thought that, I initially loved competing, but it wasn't working out in my favor. This was back in 2012. Fitness competitions, it can't be the only way to break into the fitness industry. There has to be other ways. So from there, what I did was like a goal setting. I had a goal to become a fitness model. And then from there, I kind of webbed off certain ways that you could get into the fitness industry, or certain just different, variations to the fitness industry. Like there's magazines, there's TV, there's just trying to figure any way out. There's expos, I was writing these down. There's magazines, there's television, there's fitness expos, there's sponsorships, there's competing, which I tried. I was literally just mapping out every way. I started to cross off the web that I had made from being a fitness model. I knew I wanted to be a fitness model, and I saw myself being a fitness model before I was a fitness model. This is something that I had inside of my heart, and I knew that, like, if you have a feeling inside of your heart of something that you want to do, if you want to achieve, if you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a photographer, if you want to, whatever you want to be, and you have that feeling inside of your soul, it was planted there for a reason. Like that feeling, that thing inside of you, it's not there on just to be there. It's there to, like, for you to light that fire and to make it happen. Me becoming a successful fitness model, it was not an easy road. I'm from Oklahoma. I kind of went back and forth from Oklahoma to Minnesota. And when I lived in Minnesota, I mean, my class was like 30 people. Like, it was a tiny school. We had one stoplight, one bank, one grocery store. I mean, this was not an easy road, but I knew that I wasn't going to give up, because this is something that I truly, truly wanted for myself. From the web, I decided to start crossing off things. I decided to, you know what, I kind of started big. I was like, I'm gonna start big, and I'm gonna do magazines, right? Well, you can't just do magazines. So what I did was I Googled any person, any email, any type of contact I could with oxygen, with women's health. I mean, I literally took every magazine that was in the Walmart grocery store and section, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna contact these people. And I Googled their contact information. I literally emailed like 100, 200 people, I'm not even sure. I just wrote a generic email to everyone, telling them that basically I want to be a fitness model, and how do I do it, and what do I do, and how do I get in their magazine, and I'll do it for free, and anything I could do. I emailed everyone. A week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month goes by, and finally someone wrote me back. I remember it was someone at Women's Health. They were located in New York City, and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, someone at Women's Health in New York wrote me back. They said that they're having an open casting, which means like anyone can basically go, but they were sending me an invite to come and speak with them after the casting process. I had borrowed money from family. I went up there. I met with Women's Health. I was like, you know what? This is it. This is it. We had an interview. They took, headshots, side profile, stuff on the yoga ball, stuff with weights. I was like, this is amazing. This is a dream come true. Then they asked me, we would love to hire you, but what agency are you represented by? I'm like, I am from Oklahoma. Do we have agencies? Like, do the agencies represent John Deere Tractor? I mean, I don't know. So, you know what? I told her, I was like, I don't have an agency. I'm from Oklahoma. We have Wranglers, and and they're like, you know what? You're supposed to be represented by an agency to be hired. But since you're not, I want to send you to someone I know in New York. I was like, you're going to, what? She gets on the phone. She calls one of the top agencies in New York, Wilhelmina. I remember she spoke to a guy. Send her over. We would love to see her. I went down to Wilhelmina. I remember I was so intimidated. All these tall, beautiful models were, at the front office throughout the whole agency. I was just like, where am I? I remember he asked me for my portfolio, which was non-existent. I remember he asked me about social media, which was non-existent. And he kindly declined me working with them, even though, Women's Health said that they would hire me. And basically said, good luck, kid. And see you never. There I was. I was rejected by Wilhelmina, top agency in New York. Women's Health said they would hire me, but without an agency. So I guess I'm going back to Oklahoma with nothing. I go back to Oklahoma. Of course, I'm like, well, that was a great trip. Not. I'm going to go back to the drawing board that I originally made, and I'm not going to quit on this, right? Because this is what I want. This is a dream that I have, and I'm not a quitter. Well, the next thing on the list was to apply for different sponsorships. I applied everywhere. I applied different supplement companies. I applied, you name it, I applied. Honestly, those places where you apply to supplement companies, I really don't think that they get those emails. I applied everywhere, multiple times, nobody wrote me back. Through finding different companies to apply for, I did stumble across different spokesmodel contests. And I applied for a ton of different spokesmodel contests, including bodybuilding.com, and Flex magazine has a spokesmodel contest that's at Olympia every single year. So I actually made it to the top of the bodybuilding spokesmodel contest. Now that I I know bodybuilding.com, they actually told me that the reason I didn't win is because I didn't keep up with my body space profile. So, I mean, I didn't know that was a thing. So I also applied for BodyMill.com spokesmodel. I didn't make it. I applied for Flex Magazine contest, and I actually also made the top contestant for that. But my trainer quit on me through my prep, so that contest didn't end up working out. My trainer actually got a job at like an oil field or something. So he stopped training me. So I didn't get to compete on the Olympia stage for that show. So the spokesmodels, all that stuff failed. Sponsorships, the emails, I guess never, they never wrote me back. So I was kind of stuck again at like, I really don't know what to do. Like nothing is working out. Back to the drawing board. Feeling a little discouraged, but there's these things called fitness expos. They're located all over the world, but the ones in the US that was coming up was called Olympia. Olympia is one of the biggest fitness conventions in the US. I was like, I've never been to a fitness expo. I had been to obviously fitness shows because I had competed 3 times before and twice were complete failures. I'd never been to a really big fitness convention. I had already owed my family for the New York trip, so I wasn't gonna ask them to borrow more money for Vegas. I found a very, very cheap flight that flew from Oklahoma to LA, not to Vegas, but to LA. From there, I found out that I could rent a car for about $19 a day, so I did that. I remember I was so broke. I went to Walmart. I bought the pre-made whole roasted chickens that you get that are already like on the oven hot like plate that you can go grab. I ate that in my car. I had canned green beans. I was like literally doing the most. When I got to Vegas, I realized I was about to run out of money because on the way, I was like, I can't go to Vegas and not have anything to like pass out or like to I don't know, to introduce myself with. Like I don't have business cards, I don't have anything like that. So I ended up stopping at Kinko's, which is like a printer company. You get business cards, comp cards, like it's all kinds of stuff. But they were actually having a special. So I got this like, it's terrible. It's a business comp card. It had like my email, my phone number. I actually think it's actually on my fridge. I'm gonna go grab it so I can show you.
And she goes to grab the ice cream.
I actually, I keep this on my fridge with a lot of other like motivational stuff because this is like where I started. I took a fitness competition photo, just some other photos. Has my name on the other side. And I took this with me to Olympia and like flooded the place. Like I made it rain with my comp cards basically. I knew no one. I went by myself. It was super intimidating. The lines were super long. I was like, when I get to the line, who am I gonna pass this out to? But I accidentally dropped them all over the floor. I put them in the bathroom. I like literally did everything I could. I mean, this is it. This is the comp card. I did this and I didn't really leave with anything except for like free supplements from the expo. But it was a good experience. I went home and I was like, well, I'm like 0 and 5. That's great. And you know what? I just continued to pursue my love for fitness. I continued to, through all of this, I had lost a lot of friends because I was so tunnel visioned for this dream that I had that the group of friends that I was hanging out with was like the party, cool, clubbing type. that they didn't understand my new change of like direction in life. I felt like my purpose was much stronger than just going out and getting hammered and partying. I just woke up one day and I was like, this is not what I want for my life. You know, like I want a purpose. I want something more. Like there has to be something more. So through my pursuit of being a fitness model, I was kind of doing it by myself. Like I had a few friends that went to the gym. None of my friends that I initially had really understood. I had a lot of time, as you guys might know, that I like to write a lot. I've done that since I started in the fitness industry, since I was trying to become a fitness model. So I just started posting on social media. I started writing everything kind of I was going through, and I started to relate to people. And then it was very strange. I don't know how it happened, but one day I got a call from a supplement company, Shreds, and they wanted to meet with me. They were a new company. I still am not even sure how they got a hold of my contact information, but they were looking for a female face of their line. Well, they flew me out to California to meet with them. And then from there, my life sort of just started to change. I'm not really sure how that happened. I'm not sure at all. But that happened after everything I tried failed. And I don't even know if that would have happened if I would have stopped at the first thing, which was competing, and never tried anything else. I feel that when someone has a dream or a goal, they try one thing, and if it doesn't work, they stop, and they don't try anything else. I am a huge believer through my success that you fully get what you put in. And I truly believe that if you want something really bad and you work nonstop and you're persistent and you're honest with yourself and you work hard towards that goal, I swear it's crazy, but the universe has a very weird way of working itself out. My advice to you, if you want to be a successful fitness model, and not even if you want to be a fitness model, but if you want to be successful at something, it's that there are more than one route to get to your destination. Just like driving in a car. You can get to Disneyland more than one way. Just like you can get to your goals and your dreams more than one way. So if you try something and it doesn't work out, that just means you're being tested. And do you want this? Do you want to be successful? Do you want that dream? Do you want that goal? Well, if you do, then you have to try another route. I think that your dreams test you. Your goals test you, especially if they're that big. You're going to be tested. Something like that is not something that is just handed to you. My advice, if you want to be a successful fitness model or successful at anything really, is write down your goal, and then from your goal, draw lines down. And then from those lines down, in bubbles, write different routes of how to achieve your goal. My goal was to become a fitness model. When I drew my lines down, it was different avenues of fitness or fitness modeling or how to achieve that goal. So I did fitness competitions. I did magazines. I did spokesmodel. I did supplement companies, sponsors. What else did I do? Fitness expos. And I literally went through every single thing and tried it. None of them really worked. I mean, if if all these things wouldn't have worked, I would have applied again the next year at bodybuild.com. I would have applied again the next year at Flex, because I believe in persistence. And you get told no. I'm sure you've heard this. You get told no 1,000 times before you get told a yes. And if you are from a small town like I was, no one knows who you are. If you just wake up every day, you eat your breakfast, you go to work, you go to the gym, you just go through the motions every day. Nobody knows who you are. So you have to make them know who you are. You have to write those people. You need to meet those people again and again and again. Kind of gives you a story of like how I became where I am today. And just to show you that it wasn't like a one route, bam, I'm a fitness model. I did so many things to be where I am today. And that's what it takes to be where I am today. And if you want this, you can have it. I promise you. You can achieve anything that you want to achieve in life. You just have to be persistent, work hard, be honest with yourself, and keep your dreams going. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see you guys next time.